listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, team. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's GCB After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's GCB After Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to AfterBuzz TV. Bing is for doing, and once again, we're here doing another AfterBuzz TV After Show for GCB. I'm your host, Canden Bliss. I'm here with my lovely gay husband, Mr. AJ Gibson.
Hello, hello.
And you're not going to believe who's sitting next to him. We have Miss Marisol Nichols, who plays Heather on GCB. Welcome to AfterBuzz.
The one and only.
Thank you.
The one and only, our favorite.
Absolutely.
I have to say. So thank you for being here. We're so excited to have you here dishing about this week's episodes. We're on season 1, episode 9, Adam and Eve's Rib.
That is correct.
And can I say
That is
thank you for looking the way that you do. I mean, that dress is
Oh, yeah.
unbelievable.
Well, I found
You
out I
look
match.
amazing.
Apparently, I match your logo. On
She
the wall
does.
there.
She looks
So,
cute standing
You
next to the
outshine our
AfterBuzz.
logo, trust me.
Well, she's in a super cute GCB looking dress.
Yes.
She just walked in here looking like she walked right out of the show.
Thanks. Oh, good.
So tonight we have a lot to talk about. We are at the barbecue, right? The significance of a barbecue in the South is
It's
pretty
everything.
It's pretty
Yeah,
intense.
it's a big thing. It's
Yes.
a huge thing, actually. I had no idea.
Well, you said you're from Chicago.
I'm born and raised in Chicago. It's the Midwest.
Midwest girl,
So,
yeah.
we do
Yeah.
barbecue like on July 4th.
So did
That's
you
about it.
did you
So,
learn
I grew up in Ohio, so
did you
same
learn
deal,
a
yeah.
lot about the Southern culture through this show?
I've learned so much. I had no idea. It's a culture in itself.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't realize that. I thought literally the Southern thing was just an accent.
Well,
No,
and
no.
Texas, in and of itself, is even different.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
than
it's
the South.
hardcore.
Well,
you know?
they tried to be their own country a while back, didn't they? Right? Did they
Yes,
start to secede?
they're big enough for their own
Yeah,
country.
exactly.
But I mean, they really are. I mean, we consider. I'm from Alabama, so we don't really
Mm-hmm.
even consider Texas a part. I mean, it's kind of Southern, but it's like a different breed. It's,
Yeah.
it's Texan.
No,
You know?
it's huge.
Yeah.
It's bigger than some
Absolutely.
countries.
Yeah.
It's huge.
What's the biggest thing that you've learned through being on the show, as far as like something that you didn't know about Texas,
Like
or
culturally?
the culture? Yeah.
I think that I didn't realize the artful way that you can put someone down that you can do with a Southern accent. Like,
Right.
it's almost like whiplash. You didn't even know it hit you. So
Yeah.
someone says, "Oh, bless your heart.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
not sleep last night?" And you didn't even know it was
Where I
coming.
come from, that's not a
Brilliant.
That's, yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
sound so sweet.
So
doing
sweet.
It.
Absolutely.
So sweet. So I think that was one of the main things. I was like, wow, that was a good one. I didn't even see that one coming.
Southern girls, I feel like with the accent, you can get away with anything.
Yeah, they can.
Absolutely.
Because it sounds very sweet.
It doesn't fly up north. I'm from Ohio, and we've got a little southern twang every now and then. But it's a
Yeah.
little bit more of a hillbilly thing as opposed to like
No.
a southern belle sort of thing.
In
So,
Chicago,
yeah, it
it's
doesn't
really
fly.
direct.
Yeah.
So you look like you
So
didn't
I'm
sleep.
the only real Southern girl in this
Yes.
room.
Oh,
That's
I hear
weird.
I am not a
Absolutely.
southern girl.
Did
No.
you get to eat any brisket on this
You know,
episode?
I don't know. We didn't. But you know what? This episode, now that I remember, when we were filming this episode, it was my birthday.
Oh, wow.
So we had.
Well, happy belated
Yeah, happy
birthday.
Thank you very much. So I just had birthday cake. Oh, thanks for the applause. I had birthday cake. I was
Birthday
all about
cake.
that.
Hey,
Instead of brisket.
Marisol, Canden, and AJ, before you guys get into the meat and potatoes of the episode and what you
Literally.
and what you guys ate on your birthday, happy birthday. But real quick, I do want to mention something that's really great about AfterBuzz in the sense that this is actually why Marisol is here. You know, our iTunes people, they really push the needle as far as getting AfterBuzz to a bigger level. And you know what? Without the iTunes comments and rating on our AfterBuzz shows, such as GCB, we would not be where we're at to have a star of the show in studio. So I just wanted to at least make an acknowledgement. Thank you for the people that continue to rate and comment our iTunes page, because it
Keep
definitely
doing
helps
it.
out.
Keep
Oh,
doing it,
that's
people.
awesome. That's very cool.
We like that we get views, but we need to know what people like about our
And we
show.
like
Yeah.
we like the outcome of all of that too, because this is what we get. I mean, how lucky are we?
We are so
Yeah.
lucky. It would not be the same. It's not going to be the same without you now.
Yeah,
How are you going to
right.
talk about the show?
Next week will be a
Next
letdown.
week will be a letdown completely. Which, okay, so she's just enlightened me when she came in that next week is the season finale.
Yeah.
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 Sad.
I'm scared.
Yes. It's a good one though.
Is it a 1 hour
Okay.
finale? Is it
It's
just,
a regular
regular
time,
episode?
not
Okay.
a very
I wish
special.
it was 2 hours.
Yeah, me too. I
I
wish it were
know.
4
I
hours.
I want more. I want more.
And the ladies head south, I believe, correct?
They had what?
They head south of the border.
We had really south. Yeah.
Well, before we
Whoa.
head
won't go
south,
there. Okay, yeah.
before we
Jump
head
the gun.
south of the border, let's talk about some of the kind of big umbrella issues that were dealt with in this week's episode. We had kind of this air of feminism at the beginning,
Yep.
and it was very muted. Which
Yep.
which I can understand why you don't really want to push that too much on this kind of show, I think. But I thought it was interesting that Amanda is the one that's kind of got the feminist vibe to her. She's the one that moved to California.
Right.
Right.
And they're just playing up another stereotype.
The Democrat.
Right.
The feminist Democrat.
Yeah, the California who married a rich guy and got divorced because he was a skis bag, and
Right.
you know that whole thing. And then she comes to Dallas, and she's still bringing what she learned in California to Dallas.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I mean, what did you think about that? While she was trying to relate to her daughter, or this kind of, you can do anything, even you can barbecue a brisket,
Right.
dadgummit,
I think that it was kind of established early on in the season with Carlene that she was willing to do whatever her husband said because the husband is I think she said the husband is the leader of the house,
The spiritual
the
leader,
head of the
yeah.
household,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. So it definitely couldn't have been Carlene leading the charge to go against the men. So I think it fell to Amanda in that way.
It made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's the outcast essentially now.
Yeah.
Coming back
Yeah.
into back into the fold. She's the outcast, and she has raised her children differently than everyone who stayed in Dallas. So I think she has, a little more of that feminism inside of her that she wants to.
But what did she end up teaching Carlene in this episode? Because I thought that whole relationship, from the beginning to the end with Carlene's attitude at the beginning was, we're going to have this spa day and, take the attention away from the
Right.
barbecue and
Yeah.
have all the women
not mad
sign
at a
up
good
for the
spa day, though.
No, I'm not mad at a good spa day. I would have loved that. That would have been indoors. That would have been great.
But instead of participating in this function and trying to kind of sabotage Amanda once again,
Right.
Yep.
but she came full circle, right?
She did. This was sort of I was actually surprised when I saw the script. I'm like, wow, we're all on the same side here. Okay,
Right.
all
Yeah.
right. It won't last long. Don't worry about it. But
okay.
still,
Right.
But she was super likable in this episode. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
at least even to the point when she was, sabotaging the meat but she was kind of like so torn and
She
sweet
has that,
about it.
that
And
inner
Yeah.
struggle all the time. It was like the time she stole the laptop, and she felt so guilty
so
about it.
great.
Same
Oh
kind
my
of thing.
God.
Yeah.
waddling with it
Genius.
between her knees.
I think that's what's great about Carlene is that she's a mean girl, but you see those moments of she's like, no, there's a reason I'm being this way to
Right.
this woman, and there's always these references of what Amanda did to her in high school that justify the behavior.
Right.
Well, she at the beginning of this whole season, I didn't really like her. I don't think anybody did. It was like, who do you think you are? Little twit. Like, what are you doing? And now you really are seeing what she goes through and what she has to deal with as far as her husband and
Yeah.
her lifestyle. I mean, it's a lot of pressure and it's weighing on her, and you see her struggling with it. And that makes me like her a lot more.
Yeah, I think when you bring any kind of humanity to anybody and you understand, well, why are they doing that? You have to have why are they doing that
Yeah,
for
you
it to
can't
make
just
sense.
be a mean girl.
Yeah.
Then her
No.
character falls flat.
Well,
and then
they've
goes
done
nowhere.
a great job
Yeah.
with that during this whole, the whole GCB premiere, of having these exaggerated issues and exaggerated characters, but then right when you feel like you're about to be distanced from them, something happens or
They
they
pull you
say
back
or do
in.
something, and it's very
Yeah.
like a very humanizing element to it, and you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, you realize that they're human and they have
Yes.
real problems and
Yeah.
real issues, and the
Yes.
rest is just sort of this facade that they put forward.
I'm really impressed with the writing lately. I feel like the very first episode obviously was fun and campy,
Oh,
and we
yeah.
all loved it for
Yeah.
what it was, but it was kind of like, I wasn't sure how I was going to really latch onto these characters. But the more you get to know each of them, I just
They must have
adore.
had.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
must have a ball writing this show.
Absolutely.
I was thinking that while I was watching
Like
this
nothing's
episode.
off limits.
No,
No, nothing.
it's amazing. They just
Nothing.
go all out
Yeah.
with the stereotypes, with the countryness, with the southernness.
Yeah.
I mean, just
And
I
it
love
works.
it, and it works.
Yeah.
No, there was one line that I said that didn't make it into like one episode, and Bobby's like, "Don't worry, I'm going to get it into another episode. We're going to find a place for that line
Because
And it's all about that.
It's all about the timing and what you said about being able to put somebody down in a very nice and sweet
Yeah.
way. And
I sort of find myself watching it for the one-liners.
Oh, yeah.
There are
Good.
so
They're
many,
so funny.
and every character gets at least one per
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
what's your favorite one-liner of this episode?
Oh Lord, of this episode?
Yes.
Well, you actually had a really good one. You mentioned you looked at I forget who you were at the We were at the barbecue, I believe, and you said, "I will take this. I will take your internal temp with this meat thermometer." You said that to one of the characters,
did,
and he held it up.
that's
And said,
right,
I was like,
I'll take your internal temperature with this meat thermometer.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right, that's
You could-
right.
There you go. You could deliver it better than I.
Yes.
But no, I just like this episode was full of them, and they just
Yeah.
cracked me up.
Yeah.
I'm a one-liner kind of guy. I'm not a funny kind of person. My
Okay.
sister and I both were like this. We're funny because we can replicate one-liners. That's it.
Oh, that's
yeah, Yeah,
good.
yeah. So
That's
thank you
smart.
for all the new
No, that's
material.
good.
I
That's
don't
good.
remember those kind of things a lot.
Yeah.
Like I remember it now, but then like tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
I probably won't remember it. I've never been one of those people who could like hang with the guys and quote the
Right.
funny movies.
Okay.
A couple episodes we talked about when there's a scene with your character, and you're trying to get back in the good graces of Cricket.
That's
and you
right.
give her a glass of bubbly, and she goes, "Honey," she says something like, "Honey, I don't drink this at anything less than 52 degrees," and she hands it back to you, and you go like this, you just
And you
throw
just
it back.
chug it.
You don't
That's
care.
right.
I love that about your
That's
character.
right.
Speaking of cricket,
Yeah.
Yes.
quite a lot happened with Miss Cricket this episode. She was
Yeah.
not a part of the lady group this week.
No, she wasn't, which was kind of surprising.
Kind
She
of an
normally
outcast.
is. Yep.
Right.
She didn't even really try to get into it this
Not
week.
really.
She kind of
She-
just stayed on the outskirts, did her own thing, and
She
then
used her shotgun for good, and then she stepped back again.
And not for evil. That's right.
so we didn't see her hubby though this week.
Yeah, bummer.
Bummer, I know,
I know,
he's
but
super
Luke
cute.
came back, luckily for me.
But
right?
only
Nice.
but
I love
only
Luke.
for a split second
Yeah.
he came back. And
Yeah.
we'll talk about Mr.
Oh,
Luke,
Lord.
but where did this man come from? This weird horse breeder man who just comes
Yeah.
into her office and is like, "I'm gonna be your lover."
Right.
I know. I thought it was kind of interesting because, you've already established that they're best friends, her and Blake. And you really, for us, it's our favorite relationship to watch.
Yes.
Is those two, actually, because of their friendship.
They have the best marriage.
They have the
Dude,
best
isn't that ironic?
It's really funny. But I actually like the idea that, like, you kind of get to see what would it be like in her shoes if there was a guy that she liked, if there was a guy that made her go, "Oh, wow." What would she do? So I thought that was kind of interesting.
But she did feel bad. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
But she does have the freedom, right? To
Yep.
to I think
He's with his new ranch hand.
Yeah.
Breaking
Oh,
in a
yeah,
new
no,
ranch
she's
hand.
got all
breaking
all
in a new
personal
stallion.
trainers.
Way to go,
Yeah.
ABC. I love it.
As much as she works out, she should be in sick shape, right?
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, I saw the really hurtness in her eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, of just
When she looked at the picture on the desk.
when she looked at the picture, because you were like, "Yeah, girl, get it," for the first couple of minutes when she's talking to this man, you're like, "You totally deserve it." She has the freedom to be as promiscuous as she wants to, and then you see that picture, and she's not even smiling in the picture, which I thought was interesting.
right.
He's like grinning ear to ear, and she's just like,
With her character, I think it's all in the eyes. She can tell a story with her eyes. I don't know how she
She's
does
so
it.
good.
Oh, amazing.
She's so good,
My
and also a
second
wonderful
favorite
person.
actress on the show.
Yeah, thanks. No, she's wonderful and a great girl and just genius with comedy.
Yeah.
Genius with comedy,
Right,
but also
she's super
plays those
expressive.
moments really, really, really well.
yeah, she's even broken more so than I think Carlene.
Oh
Sometimes.
yeah, I think so.
You see her be this strong
And then she's very vulnerable.
power woman, and then she's very vulnerable.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah, and
What
I think the thing with Mace, the thing with Mason was just that it was someone got to her,
Yeah.
and no one normally gets to her, and that's a betrayal of her relationship with Blake. You know.
Oh, see, that's a good
Now they're my favorite couple
Now
too.
I get it. Now I get it.
GCB moment.
I
yes.
wasn't sure though. I mean, now that you've reaffirmed that she is affected by him, and I wasn't
Yeah.
sure what she was really feeling. Like, yeah, he was coming on to her. Was she like? I didn't know if she was angry about it or if she did want it, but she didn't. Like,
Yeah.
she was very emotionally confused.
Yeah.
and it made
Which happens to all of us.
Oh yeah.
When you meet that guy and you're like, what? Who? Wait, hold on.
You're
Well, you
emotionally
can't tell if you're
conflicted,
angry
yeah.
or in love. You don't know.
Well, he's
you
a
know?
power. He's seen, and I
Yeah.
don't know where he came from or what he's going to be in the next couple of episodes, but he's a strong enough personality to kind of overpower her a little
He
bit.
kind of held his own in those scenes.
Yeah.
I thought.
He did.
I was kind of interested in that.
He did.
They always say, isn't it? There's a fine line between love and war, or love and hate, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever the quote is. I mean,
Love
I
is
think
not
she's-
the opposite of
yeah,
hate or
she's
something like that.
experiencing that right now. I think.
Yeah.
It's interesting to watch.
So what's
Good.
happening with
Glad
the
you guys liked it.
What's happening with
Yeah.
the baby making?
Yeah, that got kind of put on the back burner. I think. for a
Yeah, a
minute.
little bit. A little bit. I think it's just sort of like you can only. We like to touch on stories and then let them go, and then we'll bring them back or not. But there's so many characters and so many things that to get wrapped up in one story, it doesn't. it's sort of like we're not really a soap because we don't continue storylines
Right.
over a long period of time. But sometimes they'll last like one or two episodes, and then it's just like, okay, great, let's move on. Let's move on to something else. Let's move on to something else.
But I like
lot of
when
moving
they come.
parts.
I like when
Yeah.
they finally come full circle, though. Sometimes
Right.
there's been a few storylines that are just kind of left
Yeah.
out there, like the Andrew thing.
Andrew Remington.
I'm like, where did you go? And are
Right.
you
I
coming
know.
back? Like, what is that?
Everybody wants him back.
I know.
I think even the network wants him back. So
Uh-oh.
hopefully we'll see him back. But then I don't know what's going to happen to surgeon /
The butcher?
barbecue butcher guy.
Well, that's a great, that could be a great
that'd be a good
storyline.
problem.
Yeah, you've got a
love
multi-billionaire and a
triangle.
broke
Yeah.
butcher.
No,
The,
I
sing-
What do you
the single
choose?
girl finally in a
Yeah.
love
I know.
triangle.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. It's fun.
Well, so talking about Heather and her new crush.
Yeah.
So you were hitting on him. He was hitting on you at the bar.
Yep.
And the waitress called him a surgeon.
Yes.
I would have been confused
Thank
too.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
And then she finds out she's a butcher. He's a butcher. And shallow girl that she is.
But is she really that
that's not-
shallow?
yeah, I don't think so.
I'm glad that they gave her a chance to explain it and where she was coming from because, I don't know about any of you, but if you've ever dated someone who wasn't as successful or was still trying to, that can have issues. Can or can't, obviously, depending on the guy and depending on the girl and depending on that relationship. Heather in this story has had lots of issues with that. So, she just made the decision she wasn't going to do that for right or wrong. But then
And you can't fault her
he
for that.
comes
I mean,
in and
yeah.
he challenges her.
You may have made a decision, your character made a decision that, this
Yeah.
isn't something that she's willing to do now in her life.
Exactly.
She wants a man who can hold his own, and I understand that.
I once
Hey,
went
guys.
through a whole. Ooh.
Oh, real quick. No, I love how it's completely interactive because they're our online fans are watching you on AfterBuzz, and we have Southern Siren is a Twitter follower of
yeah, she
AfterBuzz.
follows me on Twitter.
She
Hey!
says that Heather should totally date the hot butcher. So right there you get the,
Right.
Well, there you have it.
what the fans think.
There you have it.
I agree.
Verdict is in.
I agree. Yeah.
I loved his comeback to her.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, well, we're in an economic downturn, and my job's way more stable than yours because
know.
Texans are going to give up buying houses before they buy
Right.
It was.
Right.
meat.
I think it was the fact that he stood up to her.
Yeah, and the
and
look,
could
at,
look
the
her
look
in the
in
eye.
her eyes,
Yeah.
the way she looked back at him, I was like, oh, he just won her over.
Yeah, it did. It,
I like
it
that.
was good, but it was fun because when we were filming that scene, it was like, okay, well, let's see where this is going to go because I wanted that sort of cat and mouse thing. She couldn't just give it in and
No,
melt.
yeah.
And
There's definitely
like, no,
chemistry
there's
there.
got to be. Yeah, exactly. And so I actually loved that scene when we were one-on-one.
Was there any kind of like improv with those kind of emotional little scenes where you guys get to interact
Yeah,
and
a little
figure
bit.
out what
Oh,
really
yeah.
brings that emotion out?
Yeah, because what was nice is it was just the two of us.
Yeah.
So there was time to play. When you're in a scene with 50 other people, there's not. It's like say the line, move on. Say the line, move on. And so with this, it was just me and him, and we could play. And it was like the first scene up of the day. It was like 5:30 in the morning when we were filming. So we had time. We weren't behind yet, so we could play with it and find it. And
Yet.
see, yes, exactly.
Long day
But,
ahead.
and see how much Heather was going to give away and when she was going to be won over, which was important to me. Like, when does he actually win her over where she's going to give in? And how much is she going to give in?
Yeah, I was about to say,
It's
how
fun.
much is she going to give in?
Yeah.
Are we going to see more of him?
We shall see. Well, next week is
Next
the season
week is-
finale,
Ah.
and then we'll see about next season.
I can't imagine how they're going to wrap all this up. There's so many
It's a
things.
lot,
There's so many
right?
things out there that I want to
Yeah.
know.
They're gonna leave us wanting more. They have to. I mean, it's season one. We haven't had a full season.
No.
And I'm just now falling in love with it. I can't wait.
Yay.
I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Well, we talked about the lack of Luke here. You know, we see these guys come in and out of Heather's life, but we've kind of seen Uncle Burl and Andrew.
Yep.
Andrew's gone now, but Uncle Burl and Luke come in. And they've kind of been away for the
Yeah.
past 2 episodes, and now they're kind of back, but
Yep.
they weren't really a part of. I mean, this was another woman's episode,
Yep.
kind of woman power.
Right.
But I miss them.
And Luke's wearing
Nice.
pants this entire episode.
That's
a couple of scenes
unfortunate.
he's in. I mean, come on.
That's unfortunate.
Bummer.
He needs to start taking his
No,
pants off.
he needs more airtime.
Did you not see Blake take off the toga, do the toga dance? Were you dying?
in the church?
That was amazing,
Oh
wasn't it?
Lord, we discussed that actually.
Wait,
we were, in
When he
the-
was
in the-
dancing. in
Oh,
the
when he
episode
did his like
before.
amazing
Yeah.
like
Wasn't that
pirouettes
phenomenal?
and
and
stuff.
nobody noticed that he's obviously the gay man in the room.
I
And
know.
everybody's like, "Yay!"
I
just
have-
cheer-
yeah, we need-
wondered
we
about
need to
that.
No,
touch
but
on
come
that.
on, go back to the 80s with Judas
Yeah,
Priest, and we're
well,
like, we didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, or Freddie Mercury. It was
Right,
like,
exactly.
really? He's
Really?
gay?
No way.
So,
Funny.
yeah.
That was one of the things that we thought on that episode. It was like he's obviously flaming
Oh, yeah.
We tried
on
to
stage.
we're trying to figure
and
out.
nobody.
Nobody.
they didn't even that was like a huge thing that they missed, I think.
Yeah.
The writers missed that little moment to like show
Of one person going, huh.
Yeah.
Like there was so much going on that episode.
Yeah.
Is it possible,
Yeah.
and I have to ask this because this has been driving us crazy the last few weeks, is it possible that the community actually knows, that or some of them know and they've just chosen to just brush it under the
It's
rug?
always possible.
Yeah.
Absolutely possible.
So I grew up in a small town, and that's kind of how things are there. Very
Yeah.
religious, small, conservative community, and that's kind of how things are dealt with there.
and it's like
Yeah.
if you know, you just don't ask.
Yeah,
Right.
and also they're probably a little afraid of cricket.
yeah.
Cricket's
sure.
got a, so to challenge her or let that leak, you better have some ammo behind you.
She
Right.
owns everyone.
Exactly. Or if not, she can buy you.
She
Right.
can buy you if she
That's
wants
right.
you. But yeah, I missed Luke this week, and I don't know what the whole scaring him off thing was. It was kind of obvious that Amanda didn't really scare him off. He was off already. You know, he was going somewhere with whether or not she pushed him, to go.
Yeah.
And I think that left me a little confused. His
Okay.
whole attitude of like, I'll call you in a few days.
But then at the end of the episode, he's on the phone with
Yep.
Yeah, and is he working for him now? Is he actually with Amanda, or is he playing Amanda to get information?
Tune in
Oh,
next week.
Broke my heart.
For
I
a
was
very
like,
special episode.
I
No,
just-
those questions will be definitely answered next
that
week.
breaks my heart because I
It breaks
just
my
love
heart
his
too.
character.
I was telling her before you got here that like I'm gonna be so sad if that does not work out. If the whole Luke Amanda
Right.
thing, and like her grin, and she's like, I know everything.
I do, and I'm
I'm
It's
pulling for him
driving me
too.
crazy.
I told her last week. I've loved. He was on Brothers and Sisters. And
Yeah.
he played a gay character on there. He played
That's right.
Peter McAllister's son,
Yep.
Rob Lowe's brother. I mean, and I've been in love with him since that show. And I was devastated when they took him off the air. And then I saw him pop up a few weeks ago, pantless, and I was thrilled. So
He's
I
got
just,
another
oh.
show actually, so
Yeah?
you'll be seeing a lot more of him. I forget what network it's on, but he's got another show as well.
Oh Lord, does that mean he's leaving yours
I
permanently?
have no idea.
Oh no!
I have no idea. We'll see.
The hottie's
see.
gonna go away.
Oh, no.
What are we gonna do?
The new ranch hand that's
Yeah.
getting broken in.
I
Maybe
want
maybe-
to see him up at the ranch some
Yeah.
more. Like I'm a horse girl, and I
you
like
are, yeah.
I like the little plug to the racehorse world. But
Right.
like, come on, where's the ranch?
And
They
Cricket
talk about
saying
the ranch.
She wanted to buy
Hey,
the best
Candid.
semen that money could buy. I mean,
Well,
seriously,
Not,
what
not
kind
great
of line?
line. See, one-liner.
ABC.
While you're talking about a horse plug, let's talk about our Amazon plug. I know a lot of people. No, I mean legitimately, a lot of people look at this group and say, "Wow, what a good-looking group of AfterBuzzers." But I know you guys
you.
have to look as good as you look because of beauty products or whatnot. And Canden, you were going to tell me a little story.
I do, and I found this interesting after we've obviously have this affiliate program with Amazon now, and one of my favorite cosmetic companies is called Oro Gold. It's made out of 24 karat gold. It's got 24 karat gold infused into all of its products. They have lotions, and then I love the body scrub, and it's just one of my favorite companies. And you can actually buy my favorite cosmetics on Amazon through AfterBuzz. So I just bought my new little stock this week of Oro Gold on Amazon by clicking on AfterBuzz. So guys, go to AfterBuzzTV.com, click on Amazon, and make all your Amazon purchases through there, and we get a little kickback. So
Can I say it's working beautifully?
yes,
Yes.
thank
You look
you.
good. Both of you
Very
ladies look fantastic.
golden.
Golden. Thank you, and it saves me the trip to Century City.
And your hair
Yes.
looks exceptional tonight. You're doing something
Thank
different
you.
with the. How did that come about?
I don't know.
Did you get any good advice from anyone?
You know what? I just, someone who just happens to be on GCB came into the studio today and said, you might want to put your headphones on like this. Give your hair a little volume.
I had no idea.
Hide the
You
headphones.
ladies look
Every little
wonderful.
bit helps.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah.
I know. Look, she looks fabulous too. You can't even
As
see
always.
it. It blends into her
blends
hair.
in.
Yes,
So
it
dark.
blends in.
Yeah.
Well, so guys, we are going to go to commercial, and when we come back, we'll wrap up our little GCB chat, and we're going to talk about Marisol and what you're up to and where we can see you next.
Great.
AfterBuzz TV. Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
Welcome back, guys.
And hello.
Miss Marisol had to get her some little water. It's kind of steamy in here, so
is a little
don't blame
warm.
you at all.
Warm day.
So I want to talk about you and everything that you've experienced on GCB, what your favorite episode is, if you have any favorite, things that you maybe struggle with your character. Just kind of give us and our fans maybe a little bit of insight into GCB and Heather. And
Oh, sure. To answer the question, my favorite episode, I think there were two. There was the episode 3 where she shoves it to Carlene and Cricket by getting Sheryl Crow.
yes,
Oh,
that
Kind
was
of
amazing.
shoving it into their face. I loved that.
And
That was
Lost
so
Andrew.
fun.
That was awesome.
Lost Andrew. So I got to do
Lost
the little
Andrew.
drama crying thing that I do so well, that I love so much. And then I would say the following episode, there was a scene that I did with a kazoo in the mouth, and we were hunting, and it was me and Cricket.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
In
love
the-
in
that.
the couture. In
In the couture, did you love those hunting outfits?
Loved it.
Oh my God, I love that hunting outfit.
Do you still have your hunting outfit?
No, I couldn't keep a thing.
Oh,
but it was this
man.
head to toe, camouflage
Camo.
bodysuit
I love
with
it.
red leather patches.
Have
a
you
la
ever been
Michael
hunting
Jackson.
before?
Never.
No, yeah,
No.
me either. I don't.
I've been
like it.
shooting, but never hunting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of hunting
Your
either.
costumes-
Even though
your
I'm from the
costumes are
South,
gonna
that's
go-
probably a sin. But
Your costumes will end up in the Smithsonian someday
I
because
hope
you will be
so.
on for 10
They're
seasons.
that
and
brilliant. I think they should.
absolutely,
I think they should
absolutely.
be. Yeah.
all the girls down south are gonna be like, I want to hunt in that.
That's right.
Screw the big, like waiters
The frumpy
and all
ride.
That's right. I want the red
That's
leather
why-
bodysuit.
That's why I never went hunting. Well, so those are your favorite episodes.
Yeah.
What's maybe your I don't know, one of your favorite times of like your character? Like what part of playing that character did you love?
I loved my character. The best part for me to do just as an actor, and then
Yeah.
also for Heather,
Yeah.
is to have her fall in love. I love that. I live for that because she is alone. She is looking for someone. She did build it all together, and I think anyone who's been alone for a long time or single or whatever, you just want someone to share all this stuff with. And there's that great moment when you first meet someone where you're like, could this be? Is he saying everything right?
Did you just see her eyes?
I know.
Oh my lord.
But it's
was
that
like, what?
joy of finding
Yeah.
out and discovering something about someone else. And as an actor, it's one of my favorite things to play. So I loved the episode where you got to reveal a little bit about Heather and that she really liked Andrew Remington. And he was a geek and he was this, and she genuinely liked him. It wasn't that he was like this hot stud. He was a real guy, and she really liked him. And then, of course, she screwed it all up. But
Right.
who hasn't done that?
I love that her character doesn't go for like the normal guys.
No,
Yeah.
I
You know,
really
so
liked
that's
that.
Kinda, I can relate to that. I'm kind of into nerds every
Yeah.
now and then, or sometimes I'm into somebody who's really like uber macho just because it's interesting. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not used to it. Like with the butcher. I like that about your character though. I like
Thanks,
that. Yeah,
thanks.
yeah.
He's macho, but he's also
The butcher? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she likes about him.
But
though,
I
Yeah.
think.
see a little bit of his
He's a little
like
aggressive.
more
I
like
like-
But he was a
playful.
gentleman. Did you
Yes.
see when he tipped his hat at her at the
Yes.
barbecue? We were kind of dying a little
Chivalry
bit.
is not dead, and chivalry
No,
goes
it's
a long
good.
way, and people just
Yeah.
forget it nowadays.
That is one thing that
Especially
I
out here in
love.
LA, I
I'm
think.
glad.
Yes.
I'm glad
Yes.
that these little things like that are being plugged, especially on TV, because you don't
Yep.
see a lot of that. Like for some
No.
reason, entertainment recently is like, violence. It's all about bad things happening to people and divorce and like just
Yeah.
all the negative things about life. And to see some little like glimmers of chivalry and like good people
being
and-
gentlemen,
Right.
manners.
Right.
It's really nice. It's
I
really
do
nice.
miss that.
I bet from Alabama. I'm
Yes,
sure.
I know. And I lived in Manhattan too. And that, like, on the subway, I would come in on the LARR and I would
Yeah.
have like a suitcase.
Yeah.
And people just run past me. And I'm like, really? No guy is going to help me, like,
No,
lug
no.
this
Yeah.
suitcase up?
I lived in Shreveport, Louisiana, for 5 months while
my gosh.
shooting a television show. And
My mom's from Louisiana. so
really?
I love
Oh,
that.
okay, fine. So I was there for 5 months with like my daughter, and we're there, and everyone was so nice and so polite, and neighbors would come and like,
Bring
and
you
then we
food.
flew back to Burbank Airport, and I had my daughter on one hip. I've got 3 suitcases with one hand, and not one single person
Well, of
helped.
course not.
Just the men sitting down there watching you. You're like, really?
Men,
So the
men in Los
manners
Angeles,
are
yeah.
out in Los
And
Angeles.
you're like, and
They're
I
not
actually look
in.
cute today, and
Right.
nobody's gonna help
Right.
me. Really, I hate
Yeah.
that.
So that Southern hospitality is really nice.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think when I first moved to New York City, I remember my very first night there, I was so terrified. And I was living in Manhattan. I just graduated from Ohio State. And I was with my new roommate who had lived there for years. And I got on the subway, and an old lady got on, and I stood up and gave her my seat. And he looked at me and he goes, "Sweetheart, that won't last long." And I go, first of all, I'm not a sweetheart. Number two, I will do that till the day I die. And I
Yeah.
still
Oh,
do.
that's
And
beautiful.
I think that there's something to be said about that.
Yeah, it's
I have
just-
my
it's
flaws,
common
obviously.
courtesy, but it's common
right,
courtesy.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, if you want to call us in, all you fans out there, 424-256-1729. We've got a couple more minutes to chat with Miss Marisol. If you have any questions for her or for us, call us and let us know, and we'll take your call. But in the meantime,
Yeah.
I want to know, like, what did you think about the kind of backlash? I mean, obviously we've had fun with this show, but at the beginning,
Oh, yeah.
it wasn't really that. I mean, nobody was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." It was like, "What are they gonna do?" This
You
is
know
kind
what's
of like
interesting?
on a fine line.
Yeah, is for all the backlash we got just as many, if not more, Christians saying how much they love that show.
Yeah.
And they know someone just like that. And
Yep.
da-da-da-da.
Right.
So because it was mixed with that, it was kind of like, all right, okay. But you hear about all the backlash and you hear about all that bad stuff. But it was because of all the other people that it was like, okay, all right, I get it.
Right.
I understand it. But to me, the show, honestly, is just about hypocriticism.
Yeah.
And there's hypocritical people in every single
Everywhere.
group, every religion,
Right.
every
Absolutely.
anything.
Absolutely.
You know, so
We
I
talk-
get it.
We actually talk about that a lot on the show. That the interesting thing about GCB is that initially you said your mother wouldn't watch it because she had just heard that
Yeah.
it portrayed.
Yeah,
mom
she
wouldn't
just
watch it.
heard it was bad.
But
And the first
Christians-
episode was
yeah.
super exaggerated.
Absolutely.
So that was like, whoa, it was already kind of like an iffy subject, and then
Right.
it went all out.
Right.
But I think they had to do that
Absolutely.
to get it out there and to be like, this is gonna make
They
a
had to lay
statement.
the
You just
groundwork.
need to like,
Right.
you just need to give it a chance, and
Yeah.
it will.
Yeah.
Well, the book was written by a Christian woman.
Right.
Like everyone was like, ABC is doing this. Like,
Yeah.
no.
It's a book.
There was a book.
Yeah.
Right.
It was written by a Christian woman named Kim Gatlin in Dallas, Texas,
Right.
about her experiences. So to say that doesn't exist or da-da-da-da, it's like, well, this woman wrote a book about her experiences.
Right.
So obviously that exists. There's that fact.
Right.
And then ABC took it and I thought respectfully changed the Itches name to
Absolutely.
Bells.
Yeah.
Well, we still call it itches.
It kind of fits.
You're
Let's
right,
be
it sure
honest.
does.
It
Yeah.
does fit. It is kind of like a weird thing. Like when you say it all together, you're like, what am I saying?
Right.
Does that-
Yeah,
is that
I'm,
o-
I'm like,
is that
I'm glad
okay?
it's GCB. I'm actually
Yeah.
glad.
I've settled in with that, and I like how
GCB,
like I'm very liberal, and I laugh at the same jokes that my super conservative friends will laugh at, and I like it when they make a joke about Obama. I think Republicans think that's hilarious, and I think Democrats kind of
Yeah.
think it's funny too.
Yeah.
I like the yin and the yang of it all. It's
That's
balanced.
good.
Well,
That's
I
good.
feel like you have to be like it's too ridiculous for people to
course.
watch a TV show. If you're gonna turn on your TV and you want to be entertained,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
what are you gonna do? Oh my gosh, they said a joke that I think is offensive. It's
Right,
like,
right.
okay, well then watch a different channel. Like there's
Uh,
enough. There's enough.
There's
out
enough
there.
channels to choose from.
Right.
Exactly.
But I love the jabs everywhere. I mean, the fact that they're jabbing at sometimes the Christians and sometimes the Southern people, they're jabbing at the California people and that
Jabbing at
lifestyle
themselves
too.
about
They're-
women, about men, about sex,
Right.
about everything.
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 And it's applicable all across the board.
Yep.
But I think that it's a funny control community to test all these little
Right.
theories
Yes.
and you know
Right.
messages on.
Yeah.
But at the end of every episode, there's a message at the end. I mean, there's drama,
Yeah.
there's like, bitchiness or whatever, but at the end of the show, you get something from it.
I love TV
Yeah.
that just makes me smile.
Yeah.
And it makes me proud. When the women won the barbecue,
Oh my gosh, I loved it.
I was sitting on the couch and I was just smiling
Yeah.
ear to ear.
Oh,
and when something can do that,
nice.
I don't catch it at first, but I'm like, I've been smiling for 10 seconds. And I didn't realize I love that sort
Oh,
of thing.
that's very good. That's
Not a lot of
very
TV
good.
does that anymore.
No,
I
people
wasn't-
always ask, are you on GCB? And I'm like, look, it's just, we want to entertain you.
Yeah.
We really hope, like, there's
Yeah.
enough bad stuff out there that you can tune in and watch our TV show and have a great time.
Right.
Well,
That's
I
the
watched
whole
an
point.
interview with Kristen Chenoweth, and that's what she said. Basically, they were
good.
asking her about the backlash, and she was like, "Look, just watch the show and let yourself be entertained." She's like, "That's all I want. from you guys as fans and watching the show. Just be entertained, laugh, have a good time. Don't overthink it.
Not everything is red and blue. Not
Right.
everything.
Right.
There is a happy medium. And I think
But
that's
I
what people-
started off watching it trying to find those
Oh,
things.
I still do every
Oh,
episode.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
I like analyze it, and I'm like analyze the one-liners and all the little innuendos.
Or like
and
crickets not smiling in the picture on the
Yeah,
desk.
like,
frame,
what are
like,
they-
like every little detail.
It's not that thought out.
No, we think it is.
We
like,
think
they're
it is.
genius.
Oh, well, okay, great.
Right.
I'm like, oh, it's even more genius than it looks, you know.
That's great.
But you know, the times that I really do just sit back and just like laugh and
Yeah.
just let
Yeah.
it be funny. It's so funny, and it is exactly what the kind of things that I dealt with growing up. And my mom, even now that she has become to gotten to the point where she'll watch it, she's like, oh my gosh, I grew up, I know her.
Exactly.
Like I know that
Right.
person in my head. I know her
Right.
name. I know her too.
Right.
Exactly.
I think that's what makes it so relatable.
Yeah, because there's actual people like
Yeah.
that. 100%. But what's interesting is even with Carlene, like she 100% believes she's right
Yeah.
in everything that she does,
Oh my gosh,
and
yes.
100% that she's doing the Lord's work, and all of it, 100%. And because of that, you get. She doesn't think she's being mean. She actually thinks she's being good.
Right.
And
And
we
it's
all
just
know
very
people like that as
interesting.
well. Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Which I thought she was just being mean for a long time, and that she was playing it off as, oh, I just don't know, India. I just know I'm doing a good thing.
Right.
But then you really like tonight. Or last night. I have to say I was really annoyed with the very last scene with
So
Carlene.
was I.
Which
oh
scene?
my
when
Lord.
she sat down with Rip and she's like, I want my condos in Oklahoma, and he's like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's got to be in Juarez. And she's like, why? And he says, the Lord spoke to me, and I'm like,
Yes, and she believed
and
him.
she was like, oh my gosh, what did he sound
Yeah.
like?
And then she completely was submissive again. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
I was
all the
like,
progress you
kill
just
me
made
now.
in this episode. There you are.
Yeah, I was really bummed about that whole little interaction with her. It made me kind of like shy away from her a little bit. Like, really, you're
Made me
gonna
not
be
respect her.
Yeah.
And I don't like him at all.
I don't either.
He's the only character on the show that I absolutely do not like.
he's
Look at
a
that
really
face.
nice guy.
I'm sure he is.
I'm
I
sure
said
he is in
character.
real
Yeah.
life, but his character bugs me a lot.
A
And
lot.
the fact that she just literally like melted into
Yeah.
this, like, oh my gosh, I believe.
And then he calls her
every
kitten
word
all the
you're
time,
saying.
and they made the reference about using words like kitten, like little pet names, and then he calls her kitten all the time, and it kind of clicked in her head when
Right.
Amanda was. Oh,
Well, you finally realize that he doesn't necessarily respect her as much as you think he does.
Just wait.
yeah,
Just wait.
really more. See, so there is a
Just
deeper meaning to everything.
There's
So we
a
should keep reading
reason.
into it.
For this one, there's a reason. I mean, next episode takes us south of the border. Why? There's a reason for it. You'll see.
Because what's his name? Luke is down there. Luke.
Yeah,
He's
so
down
they
there right
ended
now
the
looking
show,
for something.
Yeah, so they ended the
So
show
that all.
with
Yeah.
Luke in Juarez
There's a
looking for
reason.
someone. And he said, she is here.
Yep. Exactly.
Who's here?
Exactly.
Oh,
Tune
Lord.
in next week.
I know.
Exactly.
I was thinking to myself the whole time, I'm like, who else are like? Did someone like not? Is someone not in the episode? Like, who are we missing?
Carlene has like
Right.
a sister or something we don't know about that she's
Right.
been searching for all these years.
Don't look at me. I can't. I don't.
I know.
I don't
Her
know what
eyes.
was in the previews. So
Oh,
I'm
so
like,
it
I don't
could
want to
be,
give
it
anything
could be.
away.
So let's talk about the previews
Yes,
because AJ had an interesting
Yes.
observation.
Amanda Vaughn and Pastor Tudor.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked that was.
Yeah,
in the
they showed
preview.
him grab her and kiss her, and she kind of pulled back. Shocked.
Is there any truth like to that at all? Do you?
He grabbed her and kissed her.
Well, we see
That's-
that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all.
I didn't
I
see it.
called that one a few weeks
Did
ago. I think we
you?
all did.
But
yeah.
like sometimes they edit those things, and because there's been a few times where they've showed things in the previews and,
And
then they
it
don't
never
pops
happen
up.
in the
Yeah.
episode.
Oh,
And
interesting.
you're like, why? Where?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
that
See,
was
I
supposed to
actually don't
happen.
know if that will make the episode.
Ah.
It's not a whole. You'll see. You'll see. But
He's kind of a hottie
yeah.
too, actually.
And just so you know, at one point there was supposed to be Heather and Pastor Tudor.
Really?
Yeah, it went away, obviously.
Aw.
But at one point it was
They could
it was
bring
going
it
to be
back.
that.
Was that even?
That's
I
okay.
don't
She's
remember.
good with the
Did they
barbecue
tease
guy.
that at all or no?
No,
it was
in
just
like
kinda-
in the writers' room where
Oh,
they're
okay.
throwing around ideas. I saw that on the wall. Like
with
Heather and
eyelashes like
Pastor
that,
Tudor.
I bet Heather could bring it back. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Pastor Tudor's a cutie.
He is
He is a
adorable.
cutie, right?
Yeah.
Such a nice guy.
I don't like
too.
his
he?
friend though.
Which
his
friend?
his evil pastor
Oh,
friend.
the other one?
Isn't he brilliant?
Yeah.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah.
That actor, when he came in and read at the read through and he was doing the things like, howdy, he's so evil. Oh, it was great.
The pacing in his voice. is,
Yeah.
like, creepy
Genius.
and yeah.
Creepy,
When he made a
weird. Oh, I
comment to
loved
Pastor
it.
Tudor, I can't believe you had the nerve to show up with a collared shirt
Yeah.
to a church function or something like that. I was like, Ooh, he just put him in his place again by seemingly being polite.
Yes.
He put him in his
That's
place
that
with a southern
thing.
accent.
You didn't even know it was coming.
Right.
Spicy Rex,
right.
not inappropriate at
No,
all.
not at all. Not at all. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's so funny. Well, do you have anything to plug for what are you working on now?
I am working on finding out if we're going to have a second season. And I have 5 films. No, I have nothing coming out. I'm literally just waiting to find out if we have a second season. I've been traveling a lot, doing a lot of press, and then hanging out with my daughter. I've got
sure
a
the
3-year-old that I miss a lot during filming.
What's
so-
her name?
Yeah.
Her name's Rain.
Rain. That's
Yeah.
so pretty.
Hello, Rain, if you're watching.
That's
Your
great.
mother's
Great
beautiful.
sound effects. Thanks.
She is. She's even more beautiful in person
Hey.
than
Hey,
even on the show.
it's Ronnie back here in the booth. I just
Hey,
wanted
Ronnie.
to say, like, I think it's cool that she is with this role, which is completely different than a role that I used to watch her on. I used to see her as playing a teenager named Victoria on this awesome show called Resurrection Boulevard, and just it was such a different character. And now we're
Yeah.
seeing her on this show. It's just really cool, and I really kind of feel like, or it's a question for all 3 of you: is this like going to be the replacement for Desperate Housewives, or is that talked about? Because it sort of feels that way. I mean, I don't follow the show as
Right.
much as you guys.
And let's be clear, you kind of are the Eva Longoria of the show. You're like
Yeah.
the
I'm
hottie.
the token
hottie.
Latin.
Yeah, no, that has nothing to do with it. You're the hot one on the show. I mean,
Thanks.
from day one, we all kind of talked about that. We're like, she is so stunning.
so
And
beautiful.
but that gives you a wide, like a range, something to play with.
Yeah.
The other women are all married and settled down. You get to be single and have fun.
Yeah, no. She works it. She's
Oh,
always selling, is what I like
absolutely.
to say about her. She's
She's always got like the
selling.
hottest dress on.
Yes.
Thanks. Oh, that's nice. That's good to know.
And your
Thanks.
character's so endearing. I feel like
Thanks.
your character's relatable.
Well, I think what I like about her is that she made her own money.
Mm-hmm.
She came from nothing, and hopefully second season you'll get to see her background because the
Mm-hmm.
background stories are really really funny. But I don't want to say it in case it changes.
Right.
But I like that about her that she earned it. That
Mm-hmm.
she's had to put up with these women the whole time and compete with them, but didn't turn sort of to the dark side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she has her moments.
Yeah.
She has her
But
moments
she's
which
not-
I
She
like.
can go there if she
But
I
needs
she's
to.
like
not on
those
the dark side.
moments.
Yeah.
But the core of her, I don't think is that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to bring up 24. I watched it on 24 years ago when he played
Thanks.
Nadia.
Yeah.
I watched like 2 seasons of 24, and that happened to be one of the seasons.
Oh, good.
I
Oh,
loved your
cool.
character. And then I see you on this show, and you're nothing alike.
No, completely
You're so like
different.
straight, like focused and businesslike, and now
Yeah.
you're fun and playful and
Thanks.
just cute.
It's
So
different.
Cute as all get out.
So one last question:
Yeah.
what's the most exciting thing we should pay attention to in the coming GCB finale or next season? Like what's going to be the most exciting thing to pay attention to? The relationship between certain people, or
You can give away as much as you want.
or as little?
Okay, this is a tease.
Okay.
In the next
Tease it.
episode, pay very close attention to the limo driver.
Limo driver.
It's a good tease.
Interesting.
Very close.
All
attention.
right.
Can't wait now.
I can't wait now either.
Good.
We'll tweet you about the limo
Right.
driver
Yes,
next week.
please. Good. You're like, I knew it. I saw it. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
where can all your fans find you on Twitter?
Marisol Nichols.
Marisol
I
Nichols.
was lucky enough to get a handler before someone else stole it. It was great.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And AJ, where can they find you?
I'm actually at _ AJ Gibson.
Great.
Underscore before.
_ before.
Right, so keep
Yeah.
that in mind.
I wasn't so lucky. Is there another AJ Gibson somewhere?
And you guys can find me at Canden Bliss. I got pretty lucky.
Nice.
Except somebody did buy my website, which is weird.
Oh.
See, I
Somebody has-
bought my name like in all different types. My husband's really, really smart, and I brought my daughter's name and all the different versions. Like,
Oh, tell us
everything.
about your hubby real quick. What's your hubby? What's your hubby do?
His name's Teron Lexon. He's from South Africa. He's a director.
What type of guy is he? Is he anything like Andrew? Is he anything like the Butcher?
He's
what
more
type
like
of a man
Andrew. Well,
is
he's
he?
a director, so he's
Okay.
more like the Andrew, the
Artsy
thinking,
and yeah,
thinking
thinker.
guy. And
So that's who she really
down
likes.
to
Right.
earth. Yeah, and a really good guy. I got it right.
Well, we have our
I got
answer.
it right.
Well, hey, plug to her hubby. You're a lucky man.
Thanks.
Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah,
We've had a
thank
great
you.
time.
Thank you very much.
I want to just have you every week now.
Right?
And thanks so much for being such huge fans of the show.
absolutely.
We love
Thank
it.
you.
We're
We love
diehards.
it. We are diehards. I can't wait to see it for a second season. So
Yes.
keep us posted via
Fingers
Twitter
crossed,
when
yep.
you guys find out.
We will. Trust me. We
All
will.
right, good. And we're excited for the finale next week. The end of GCB season 1.
Thank you, Marisol.
Thank you,
you.
Marisol. Pay attention to the limo driver.
Yes.
All right, good night.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.